Valentine's Day, wineexpedition.com style. That's right, if you're looking for ideas for wines to serve on Valentine's Day, you've come to the right place. If you follow the videos, you know what a romantic guy I am. Maybe not, but joking aside, it's certainly a big question of what to serve on Valentine's Day. Now obviously if you're going to dinner and you like Pinot Noir, get Pinot Noir. If you like Zinfandel, get Zinfandel. Whatever it may be. But what we're going to focus on is more the types of things that you do, you know, snuggling up in front of the fireplace or having some chocolate with your special someone. That's what we have in front of us. Oftentimes people say, oh, I want to have, you know, a nice dessert wine with chocolate. Well, we've got a couple of dessert wine options here. We've got a couple of bubbly options here. So lots to taste. Let's jump in. Even have a little bit of a spread here of fruit and cheese and candy, all sorts of good stuff. So let's pour our bubbly. If you follow the videos, you know that I'm a big fan of sparkling wines from France, from regions others than Champagne. Nothing wrong with Champagne, but Champagne tends to be expensive, and I tend to be cheap. So, and in 2010, why not? So we have a couple options here. On our left here, on my left, is the Chancerie Cremant de Loire. It's sparkling wine from Loire, Rosé Brut. And on the right, Louis Bouillet Cremant de Bourgogne. We've had this one before. I particularly enjoy the Cremant de Bourgogne, Cremant de Burgundy. They tend to be Pinot Noir based. This one is Pinot Noir and Gamay Noir. And it tends to have those nice Pinot Noir flavors that I like. Both nice pink color, as you can see. So let's jump right in. We'll try the Chancerie Cremant de Loire first. Those nice bubbles. Nice light aromas. It's funny, there's kind of a citrus thing happening. A little bit of lemon skin, a little bit of orange juice. Nice strawberries, raspberries, nice creamy bubbles. Wonderful. And what do you have with sparkling? Well, have whatever you want. You can drink it all by yourself as an aperitif. If you have some, you know, stinky cheese like I do here, a little blue cheese, nuts and fruit, can't go wrong. That's the way I love to enjoy sparkling wine, is before dinner as an aperitif, after dinner by the fire with some sweet dessert, whatever you like, a little bit of chocolate, why not? Let's jump into the Louis Bouillet, the Cremant de Bourgogne, Burgundy. Also some nice bubbles. Wow. If I had to compare the two with simple, quick words, this one is light as a feather, this one is thick and rich. The Cremant de Bourgogne is much, the bubbles are much more of they work up into a lather in your mouth. Nice, moussey bubbles. And no citrus thing happening here. This is much more just strawberries, raspberries, a little bit of sort of musty earthiness. You know, again, Pinot Noir. And again, you know, drink it all by itself. Drink it as an aperitif before dinner. Drink it after dinner. Little cheese, little fruit, little nuts, little chocolate. Can't go wrong. I don't mean to be rude, but the food's here. I might as well try it with the wine. Both these bottles under 15 bucks. Can't go wrong. Get them at Canal, online, or in the stores. Under $15. You know, great value. Valentine's Day 2010. So there you go, sparkling wine. Now we're going to jump into the sweet stuff. Thought I was going to be spitting, but I haven't yet. Let's jump into the sweet stuff. We have from Santa Cruz, Salamander. Actually, this is from the Arroyo Seco. Salamander is in Santa Cruz, but these grapes are from the Arroyo Seco area. This is a late harvest Viognier. Anytime you hear the words late harvest, it's generally going to be a sticky wine. It's going to be a sweet dessert wine meant for dessert after dinner, Valentine's Day. And you know, there's late harvest Gewürztraminer, late harvest Zinfandel, which is actually what we're pouring here. This is from Paso Robles, from Tobin James, up there in Paso Robles off of Highway 46. This is their Charisma, which is will be cold fermented, mostly Zinfandel, and Very pretty wine. Look at that. Very light, sort of light ruby shade, almost leaning kind of a fluorescent red. Very pretty wine. And just to give you an idea of what we're talking about in terms of residual sugar, let's see if it's on here. Sugar to harvest, 35 bricks. What does that mean? Lots of sugar. Residual sugar, 9% by weight. Sweet wine. Alcohol is 13.5%. And let's see if it says about the charisma, what we're dealing with here. Served chilled, by the way, in case you didn't know it, just like champagne, nice and chilled. I don't know what the residual sugar is in this wine. I will look it up and post it in a credit on the webisode, but 17.1% alcohol. So again, dessert wines, what are they for? Dessert. Great Valentine's Day wine, great to have by the fireplace with your special someone, snuggling up, having a little bit of chocolate, which is why I have this chocolate right here. But let's start actually with the Viognier. Viognier, of course, is normally a nice floral grape, which makes beautiful white wine. This is sort of a nose of a Bosch pear, like a really sweet sort of pear. That is sweet. That is definitely sweet. Yeah, it's pears. Pears and maybe pears and a dollop of honey. I always picture that big wooden dollop that's going wrong, and that's what's in here. There's a lot of honey. And this is a perfect wine to have with, well, a little piece of pear. It's interesting, the sugar in the wine sort of mixes with the sugar in the fruit, and this sort of makes a fruit cocktail in my mouth, literally and figuratively. Little yellow apple. This is actually really tasty. I didn't know what to expect with a late harvest Viognier, but it still has some of the floral qualities of Viognier grape. We're serving it ice cold, so some of that floral, the nose is muted, but really sweet. This would also go nice with this stinky cheese here. The pungency of the cheese, as soon as that residual sugar gets in your mouth, it just kind of softens it up, and a nice little chemical reaction in my mouth. That is sweet. That is a nice Valentine's Day wine right there. If you like white wine and you want a dessert option, a Valentine's Day option, there you go. Again, the Salamander 2007 Late Harvest Oroseco Viognier. A little cheese. And finally, from our friends at Tobin James and Paso Robles, the Charisma dessert wine. Look at that. I love that color. It smells like candied cherries. Ooh. Wow, that's yeah, it's like a cherry liqueur almost. You can taste the alcohol a little bit in this one, I have to say. This one works with the cheese. Wow. This one needs to have something else. I wouldn't drink this by itself. Let's see how it goes with a little Valentine's chocolate. Kind of sinful. A little milk chocolate, a little Paso Robles Late Harvest Infidel Charisma. You know what's funny? On the back end of the candied cherry, there's almost a little bit of a tropical, like a pineapple liqueur vibe going on. Either way, that's a sweet wine, great to go with chocolate, great Valentine's Day wine. So there you go. What more need be said? Valentine's Day, lots of options. Personally, I need to go to the gym after eating all my chocolate and drinking my dessert wines, but really, we're only scratching the surface here as far as dessert wine, sticky wine, sweet wine options, if that's what you're looking for Valentine's Day. There's Sauternes, there's ice wines, there's late season Gewürztraminers and Zinfandels, port, sherry. I can go on and on. But I think in terms of our suggestions, we got some nice, options here, and certainly would love to hear if you had something that you love for Valentine's Day. Feel free to contact us. Again, our options are a couple of sparklings from France, Cremant de Loire and Cremant de Bourgogne, both under $15, and a couple of dessert wines from Paso Robles, Tobin James, the Zinfandel blend Charisma, and from our friends at Salamander in Santa Cruz, this is their late season Viognier from Arroyo Seco. This one's about $22. Until next time, I'm Neil Myers from WineExpedition.com. Thanks for stopping by. Thanks for watching the videos. Thanks to Tubemogul.com for populating the internet with our webisodes. Happy Valentine's Day. Cheers.